Urban Unlimited, God Level Lore Chapter 9, Feint Attack, Outsmarting the Infiltrators. Dawnlight Territory, showing its first brilliance, rose like a new star, attracting the attention of many survivors, and naturally drawing secret peepers. However, a sense of crisis lingered in Ling Chen's heart. His intuition told him that the superficial tranquility of the territory was just the calm before the storm. Suyu, what's the situation around the territory recently? Ling Chen stood on the watchtower in the center of the territory, overlooking the increasingly lively scene, asking seemingly casually. Suyu stood beside him, her brows slightly furrowed, the screen of the tablet in her hand flashing with complex data streams. Everything is normal. No suspicious signs have been found around. The newly joined members have also undergone preliminary background checks and no problems have been found. Preliminary investigation is not enough. Ling Chen shook his head, a sharp glint in his eyes. The destruction of the Black Tiger Gang only deterred a part of the villains. But there must be some forces that are unwilling to see us rise. They will take more covert measures. Hearing this, Suyu's face also became serious. She knew Ling Chen's judgment. Since he valued it so much, she couldn't be careless. I will strengthen monitoring efforts, expand the scope of reconnaissance, and strive to nip all potential threats in the bud. Ling Chen nodded. He knew the principle that it is easy to dodge a spear in the open, but difficult to guard against an arrow in the dark. If he wanted to completely eliminate hidden dangers, it was far from enough to rely solely on external reconnaissance. More importantly, he had to ferret out the tumors lurking inside the territory. Wang Lin, what have you found? Ling Chen asked in the territory's internal communication channel. Since recruiting the ranger Wang Lin, the security of the territory has been significantly improved. With her eagle-eye skill, she can easily perceive any disturbance around and provide early warning for the territory. Lord, I have found some newly joined members behaving abnormally. Wang Lin's voice came from the communication channel. They often move around at night, sneaking around, as if they are plotting something. Oh? Tell me, what's the specific situation? Ling Chen's eyes became sharp, and the guess in his heart was confirmed. They often gather near the warehouse on the edge of the territory, as if looking for something. Moreover, their actions are very regular, as if they are receiving some kind of instructions, Wang Lin described in detail. Warehouse. Ling Chen's brows furrowed. The warehouse is an important place for storing supplies in the territory. If it is destroyed by the enemy, the consequences will be disastrous. Suyu, immediately retrieve the surveillance video around the warehouse, I want to check it myself. Soon, Suyu sent the surveillance video to Ling Chen's tablet. Ling Chen carefully watched the video and found that, as Wang Lin said, several newly joined members often moved around near the warehouse, and their behavior was very suspicious. There really is a problem. Ling Chen's eyes became cold. These people are likely to be infiltrators sent by other forces. Their purpose is to undermine the stability of the territory and seize resources. Ling Chen, what do we do now? Should we arrest them immediately? Suyu asked, her tone with a hint of killing intent. She would never be soft on these moths that threaten the safety of the territory. No, don't startle the snake. Ling Chen shook his head, preventing Suyu's actions. Arresting them now will only alert the forces behind them, and we will not be able to completely eliminate the hidden dangers. We must use their plan against them, lure the snake out of its hole, and wipe them all out. Wisdom flashed in Ling Chen's eyes. He had already come up with a plan, a feint attack that could both ferret out the infiltrators and deter other forces. Suyu, immediately notify Li Ming and ask him to lead a group of reliable brothers to secretly go to the forest on the east side of the territory, Ling Chen said in a deep voice. Tell him that we have found a new resource point there and need him to go and mine it. Resource point? Suyu asked with some doubts. but there are no special resources in the forest on the east side of our territory. This is just a cover. Ling Chen smiled mysteriously. Our real purpose is to attract the attention of the infiltrators and make them mistakenly believe that the main force of our territory is concentrated in the forest on the east side. That way, they will relax their vigilance and reveal their flaws. Hearing this, Su Yu immediately understood Ling Chen's intention. She nodded and said, "I understand. I will immediately notify Li Ming and let him act according to your plan." At the same time, Ling Chen issued new instructions to Wang Lin, "You continue to monitor those infiltrators, but don't let them find out. Once they take action, report to me immediately." "Yes, Lord." Wang Lin's voice came from the communication channel, with a hint of excitement. She couldn't wait to see the scene of those infiltrators falling into the trap. Everything was ready. Ling Chen quietly waited for the infiltrators to take the bait. Time passed by. The territory was still calm on the surface, but in the dark, there was a surge of tension. Finally, after night fell, the infiltrators began to move. They quietly left the territory and headed towards the forest on the east side. "Lord, the infiltrators have acted. They are heading to the forest on the east side." Wang Lin's voice came from the communication channel, with a hint of excitement. "Very good, the plan begins." A sneer appeared on the corner of Ling Chen's mouth. He immediately led a group of elite soldiers and quietly came to the vicinity of the warehouse, setting up a net. Sure enough, shortly after Ling Chen and others ambushed, several infiltrators sneaked to the warehouse door. They carefully opened the warehouse door and walked in. "Move." Ling Chen gave an order, and the soldiers ambushing around immediately rushed up and surrounded the infiltrators. The infiltrators were caught off guard and were immediately thrown into chaos. They tried to resist, but facing the Dawnlight Territory soldiers who were prepared, they had no chance of winning. Soon, all the infiltrators were subdued and taken to Ling Chen, tied up. "Speak, who sent you here? What is your purpose?" Ling Chen asked coldly, his eyes full of deterrence. The infiltrators were silent. They knew that once they told the truth, what awaited them would be a more cruel punishment. "Don't speak. It doesn't matter." Ling Chen sneered. "I have plenty of ways to make you talk." He took a dagger from a soldier and slowly walked to an infiltrator, gently patting his face. "I'll give you one last chance, tell the truth, and I can spare your life. Otherwise, I will let you taste a fate worse than death." Ling Chen's voice, like a demon from hell, made people shudder. Under Ling Chen's powerful pressure, an infiltrator finally collapsed. His voice trembled, and he confessed everything. It was Lord Dragon Abyss who sent us." The infiltrator cried. "He wanted to seize the resources of your territory, let us sneak in, destroy your defense system, and seize the opportunity to launch an attack." Dragon Abyss. A cold light flashed in Ling Chen's eyes. It was him. It seems that the speed of his rise has aroused his vigilance, and he wants to take the opportunity to stifle himself. "Very good, I know." Ling Chen nodded and signaled the soldiers to take the infiltrators down. He would never be soft on these traitors. "Ling Chen, what do we do now? Should we declare war on Lord Dragon Abyss immediately?" Su Yu asked, her tone with a hint of anger. Dragon Abyss's conspiracy made her feel very angry. "No, now is not the time." Ling Chen shook his head. "The strength of our territory is not enough to confront Lord Dragon Abyss head-on. We must continue to develop and grow, accumulate strength, wait for the right time, and then launch a counter-attack against him." Ling Chen's eyes were full of confidence. He believed that as long as he had enough time, he would definitely surpass Dragon Abyss and become a true God-tier lord. And those enemies who dare to covet Dawnlight territory will pay a heavy price. And all of this has just begun. Facing the lurking crisis, Ling Chen will use his wisdom to make Dawnlight Territory stronger, face all threats, and defeat all enemies.
Let's stop reading the novel here. See you in the next chapter. Please follow us.